Hey guys, welcome to the channel, and yeah, talking about Star Citizen, specifically reacting to this video from Gamural3191. Jared, please don't treat backers like little children. Before I go on, I want to apologize for not keeping up the content of the channel as much as I would have liked. Been pretty busy, family, kids, work, and so on. I have been playing a heck of a lot of Starfield, maybe not a lot these last few days because I've been kind of busy, but yeah, I mean, it is awesome. Starfield for me has been fantastic, especially for all of us that wanted that space game that Star Citizen never ended up being, in spite of the promises, and that's what we'll address in this video. But for all of those promises, for all of that, the stories, the adventures, going into interesting stuff, building your house, your little apartment, your whatever you wanted to do, you can do all of that. Building your ship, or finding ones, or boarding ones and keeping them, all of that cool thing, you can do it over there. Not in this tech demo, which has become more of a scam lately than a real actual promise of a game. But anyway, let's watch this video because there were comments about this in Spectrum, and this is from Gamural. You have the channel over there, and I like it that people are waking up to what Star Citizen really is.
Hello everyone. 8 days ago there was a Star Citizen Live game dev, Arena Commander 3.20, September 8, 2023. People in chat were making fun about 4.0 and they were typing, "Where is 4.0? And Jared behaved like a CIG employee should never behave, especially not like a CIG employee who is very often the face and voice of Star Citizen." So let's see what happened.
People in the chat are like, so that means no 4.0 or whatever, 4.0 next, like I haven't been doing this for a decade. I'm not gonna jump on that. All things, hold on, no, I'll do the camera. Hi everybody, it's me again. Things will be when they'll be. We don't do one questions anymore. It's things will be when they're be, when we think they're ready, when we think they're proper, and yeah. So, thanks for watching.
You horrible creature. The nerve from this man to mock, laugh at us, or even insult us with videos like this, comments like this. You've been doing it for over a decade. Yeah, you should be ashamed of yourself. That's what you should be. But you're not, which just says a lot. And treating people like this, treating backers, people that pay your salary, basically, people that allowed you to run this thing as long as you've done, and the rest of you folks, no shame whatsoever. But at this point, they have none, of course. But you know what I also noticed? They're salty. Jared here is salty, man. And I think I know why that is. Because things are not going well, right? They're just not adding up as well as they did. You had a great couple years tricking people into believing that the more money they gave you, you would actually get your ass off your seat and do something, develop a real game instead of just chugging out more crap to sell. But now, when people have a real alternative, that now that you have an awesome space game to enjoy, people said, you know what? We're not falling for this anymore. We're going and playing the real game. The one made by real game developers. Not the scam, not the pay to win, pay to play, pay to waste time flying around and doing nothing. Oh, it's a real space simulator. It's not a space simulator. It's basically a tech demo that became a scam at this point. But these guys are salty because numbers are not going well. Because people are not playing. People are definitely not giving them the same amount of money that they used to. And they know that they're in trouble. That's why they're so salty. That's why he's, barking like that.
Yeah. So.
When it's done. Okay.
Thanks for watching.
Yeah.
Well, let's unpack this. First, there were never when questions, so please don't tell us we don't do when questions anymore when there never were any. Second, I'm doing this for a decade. Yes, Jared, you are the voice and face of Star Citizen in the weekly shows, and you are telling us lies for a decade.
Lying,
Jared, you don't have to behave like a jackass on stream.
Yeah,
The first couple of years is building all of these tools that allow us to do things much quicker. You take all this time and all this energy and all these years to create the tools that will then allow you to make the content.
how long can you keep lying to people? How stupid can people be? And I will be the first one to raise my hand and say, yeah, you fall for it. You hope, you wish that things were different. And you think, well, I mean, why wouldn't they? We're giving them money. We're giving them time. Why would they just steal that from us and not deliver anything? Not the things they actually promised, but anything at all. When I started doing videos regarding Star Citizen, I said right away, I don't care if they don't finish, but, as long as they do some new content, I'm okay. Of course, a couple years go by and you realize they don't even do that. They don't even do a DLC. They don't even do new content. Starfield already has a new DLC, which I already bought because I know it's going to be fun enough. It's going to be worth my money because it is something. It is a real DLC for a real game, for a real developer, a real company. And there's going to be new content every year. It's going to be mods and DLCs and fun. These assholes, they just took the money, pocketed, and said, it's gonna be done when it's done. And they don't do anything at all. They don't even work in doing the game. They just work in doing another sales project. That's why people have said enough is enough.
Much easier, much quicker, It can be just as important to continue iterating on the tools we've already created to make them both as efficient and capable as they can be. And it's one more way we're developing not only features for our players, but tools for our developers to make the making of Star Citizen as efficient and capable as can be. The new tool doesn't just get us a better looking brush of terrain, it's also faster and more efficient to use than ever before.
3 years ago.
Including the upcoming planets of the Pyro system.
Pyro systems since 2020. They've been talking about
for the upcoming Pyro system. The upcoming Pyro system. The upcoming Pyro system. Upcoming Pyro Star system. For the upcoming inclusion of the Pyro system. And even the upcoming Pyro system.
Third, according to Chris' 2016 SeasonCon talk, we were supposed to get 4.0 with several new star systems at the beginning of 2018.
2018.
And then finally, 4.0.
Oh.
So this is
You scumbag, lying to people like this.
That'll be the first time we'll go beyond Stanton to other star systems. I'm not going to say how many star systems yet.
6 years later, we still only have one star system. Even if we get Pyro in December, which I don't believe anymore, it would...
Let me make these apps. You won't get Pyro this year. You won't get Pyro next year. They have nothing. And if it's something that you get at the end of next year, or maybe the next one, maybe 2-3 years from now, it will be terrible, because the things we've seen from what they're working on, it is disgusting. It is just a little bit of makeup here and there, a few more volumes, a little bit of 3D rendering, and there's no game. And there's nothing for you to do. You'll have a little bullshit little mini game. Oh, now you're in a different system. Now you're in Pyro. And what is it you do in Pyro? You have the same boring ass stations, exactly like the ones you know. You have the planets that are the exact same thing. You have that little cutscene, the little trailer about you selling some weird artifact, and there's gonna be nothing. Pyro, whenever it does come out, it's gonna be terrible, and it's not gonna be this year or the next, that's for sure. And when eventually it does show up, it's gonna be a complete waste of your time with no game for you to play.
Be just one more star system, not multiples. Jared, this is not how you treat people who gave your company more than $600 million, treating your backers like little children. I hope you found this interesting. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and see you next time. Bye. Auf Wiedersehen.
Yeah, it is really sad. And some people have, well, it's this thing about you invested already in it and you gave them money. So, but eventually you have to cut your losses and admit, yeah, you were scammed. You were Scam is such an ugly word. You've been tricked into thinking that they were developing a game when they really weren't. They were just developing more sales content so as to make more money and never actually deliver any game. And yeah, at some point you have to, you got fooled, man. You got tricked. But you know what? At the very least, see it for what it is. Move on with your life. And I would like to say that if eventually they do release a game, but you're not even having that. If eventually they have a game, which they won't, but let's suppose that 10 years from now they have some kind of Squadron 42 crap, they will sell it to you. You won't be able to play that. You will have to buy it separately after having given them hundreds, if not thousands of dollars. You don't even have the privilege of playing that game. You have to buy it because, no, you were giving them money for something that is different. This is as close as it gets to a scam. It basically is. All of the money you gave them, you will not have the game to play. You will have to buy it separately. They will sell you yet one more thing. And you know what? Enough is enough. And you know what? If they do release an awesome game, yeah, sure. I mean, why not? But I won't give them a damn red cent more because they're not working on any game, and whatever it is they come up with is going to be crap because everything they've shown in actually game production is terrible. There's no game. There's nothing at all for you to play. You have a few mechanics, that is it. You keep repeating the same mechanics so as to make some money, so as to buy ships in game, but that's all there is. There's no progression, there's no property, there's no settlements, there's no house, there's no apartment, there's no real ownership of anything within the game unless you pay with real money, and then you only have it in your hangar just to watch at and stare at because you don't use it in anything that is fun. You have the same mechanic, the little same missions you've done hundreds of times over and over. And they wipe and repeat. It's insane, but it is what it is, and I'm glad people are finally seeing it. Guys, it's going to be all for now. See you in the next video. Take care.